Welcome to the quarterfinals of the Top 8 tournament, where we have Corey on Goblins and Rob on Sneak and Show.
If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.
Welcome to game 1 of this best of 5 match, with Corey being on the play, keeping 5, and Rob also kept 5. He leads off on a Skirt Prospector and a basic mountain, and we'll see Rob get a fetch and a volcanic island, and we'll see if he can piece something together faster than this Goblins player. Corey has been on an absolute tear recently with Goblins. Not only did he qualify this tournament with Goblins, he also has been tearing it up in the league in 2024. So far at this moment, he is 12-0 for the first season. So you can catch some of his other videos as well, and we'll see him fire off a Rabble Master, and it looks like he's probably going to be attacking for 2 here. And if he has something a little bit faster next turn, Rob might be in trouble. And he's going to have to piece this thing together fast. It looks like he has the mana for a show and tell, but does he have what he needs as well? And Corey is not happy about this, seeing the show and tell come down. And we'll see an Atraxa and a Muxus. Holy shit, they're basically the same fucking thing. So the Muxus will trigger first, since Corey is however that works. So we got a Muxus, a Sticker Goblin, and that's it. All right, so only a Sticker Goblin coming off of the Muxus for Corey, and the Atraxa will now trigger for Rob. So something neat about this particular matchup here is Corey has been helping Rob through all of 2023 become the player that he is now, and that is a really great thing that Corey's done. He's taken Rob under his wing and really walked him through the legacy format and showed him how to play the sneak attack deck, because Corey was also a sneak attack player before transitioning back over to Goblins. I believe Goblins was Corey's actually his first deck that he ever played. He can correct me if I'm incorrect on that in the comments when this is posted. But it looks like we have a Emrakul, Sneak Attack, a Ponder, a Brainstorm, and an Ancient Tomb. Rob's at 15, so he definitely needs... Oh, he has a Simian Spirit Guide too. Okay, he's in pretty good shape, as long as Corey doesn't do just something absolutely bonkers here. This Atraxa can... Well, Atraxa can't exactly hold it. He can... All right, let's see what happens, because I think he's going to have to block this Muxus, realistically, especially with a Battlecry Goblin. Jeez. All right, so this changes all of the math. There's a Force of Will on the Battlecry Goblin. All right, so the math stays the same now, but we have quite a few attacks here. So we've got the Rabble Master that's going to pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many has that? 5 total, so it'll become a 7-2, and then Muxus picks up an additional 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as well. So we've got 14 damage coming across on just those 2 alone. He could pick off maybe the Sticker Goblin, and can he take 4? He can afford to take 14, I think. So, okay, we're gonna block the Rabble Master, it looks like. So we're counting out 5 there. It's 7. It's 14 total. I think Muxus is actually like a bigger than a 2/2. So maybe there's a little bit more than 14 damage from those 2 creatures. But all right, Rob's gonna look like he's probably gonna. All right, he's gonna trade with the Muxus, and that will die. He'll gain 7. All right, so it's a pretty hefty damage there. We've got an Emrakul, but only 1 piece of it. So he's gonna have to fetch Simian Spirit Guide, the Sneak Attack into play, and unfortunately, Corey has quite a bit of damage on the battlefield still. Sneak Attack, putting him down to 6. Simian Spirit Guide, the Emrakul. And that's 15 damage coming across, which isn't enough. And Corey can sack 6 permanents that are just creatures And that'll be enough damage to kill Rob right there. That's on the battlefield, unfortunately. So he's got that coming across. I think he could have afforded to take maybe a little bit more damage from the Muxus and the Rabblemaster. I'll have to go back and look at that math and see. Maybe Corey and Rob can comment on this and let me know, what the total damage was. But there's exactly 7 damage coming across. So 2, that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, total 7. See you in game number 2.
If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.
2, we are still pre-boarded here. We don't sideboard until after game 2. And both players, well, actually, Corey kept 6 and Rob kept 7 on this one. So we'll see if Rob is able to pull some of that magic out just a little bit faster than last game. He was on the draw as opposed to on the play because Corey is the higher seat in this top 8. And it looks like he has a little bit to go with there. Does he have the payoff with the show and tell? So it doesn't look like he does have a sneak attack in hand. So the following turn he can do that. Flusterstorm, not quite sure if that's something that Rob wanted to bring in here. As Corey doesn't really play that many spells that he can fluster. So maybe a Hydroblast would have been better if he has that in his sideboard. We'll be able to see that in just a few moments when we go to sideboard. Alright, so we now have a Cavern of Souls out, naming Goblin, and maybe we have a sticker Goblin in our hand here. So the real question is, how does he want to play it? So Simian Spirit Guide, 4 mana. We see a Ringleader come into play. It's going to trigger. We'll look at the top couple cards, and he finds his sticker Goblin. So now we'll see that probably come down next turn as well. If Corey has a Mountain and he's able to, yeah, it depends on what's in his hand. But typically what you would want to do is cast a sticker Goblin and leave the Cavern of Souls open to actually be able to cast whatever comes after the sticker Goblin. So we've got 3 mana here, and we've got, we did find the show and tell. It's going to be a sneak attack into a War Chief. We're going to see an activation with an Emrakul here, and we're going to see Corey's board get wiped out right now. So sneak attack. Oh, okay, we're going with a Trax instead of an Emrakul here, so he's going to try and win this game right now. If he can, there's the Lotus Petal. So this game is officially in the bag for Rob here. He can literally just take the Lotus Petal, put everything back, and in this game right now, because he does have the Emrakul in his hand. I'm sure Corey was breathing a sigh of relief not seeing an Emrakul coming out of that sneak attack or off that Atraxa trigger. But unfortunately, Rob does have the Emrakul in his hand, and he's going to be able to activate that and swing in for lethal while wiping the board out as well. So got the Lotus Petal, sack it, and we were going to see an Emrakul, and here we come for 22. We'll see you in game number 3.
Thank you to the Patreon supporters who are helping the league and YouTube channel. If you would like to become a supporter, please click on the link in the show notes.
Welcome to game number 3. Corey has kept 7 and Rob is on 6 in this game number 3. This is a post-sideboard match now. So looking at what Corey has to bring in, 2 Magus of the Moons, 2 Pyroblasts, double force in the gate. Nope, I'm sorry. That's not what Corey has, actually. That's what Rob has. So Rob has 2 Magus of the Moons, 2 Pyroblasts, Surgical, 2 Force Negations, 2 Meltdowns, 4 Defense Grids, 2 Omniscience, and a Brotherhood's End. Realistically, the only thing that looks like Rob will be bringing in this matchup is potentially Omniscience and Brotherhood's End. Over on Corey's side, he's got a Goblin, Trashmaster, Double Fury, Double Meltdown, Triple Chalice, 1 Licensed Hearse, 2 Blood Moons, and 4 Leyline of the Voids. I think realistically all Corey would really need to bring in would be Chalices, but even then, I think that just slows his game plan down, and he realistically just needs to stick to what Goblins does best, and that's throwing rocks at people. So it's like we've come around here. We've got a Show and Tell coming out. That may be a sneak attack in Rob's hand off the Show and Tell, and that is definitely an Emrakul in his hand. If that is the case, there's a sneak attack, and Corey has been on the other side of this so many times. All right, ringleader, it's going to miss. Wow, okay. We're going to see that activation off of the pedal, and we'll see an Emrakul swing for 15, and Corey will go down to 5, losing his board. So we will now go back over to Corey and see if he can rebuild from here after taking a hit for 15. He just plays a Shatter Skull Smashing, passes back over. Rob just needs to find one piece of interaction for this show and tell, and he can wrap up this game number 3 here. So not quite sure what he pulled there. He likes what he sees, top, bottom, and if he has another land, and the Ancient Tomb is going to kill the city. I probably wouldn't have played that just in case he draws a Brainstorm so he can put 2 back. But maybe he's already holding something in his hand that's just going to end this game on the spot. So there's a show and tell. And activate the sneak attack. And it's a double Emrakul game. Welcome back to game number 4. Corey's kept 7 and Rob has kept 4 this time. And Corey's going to be on the play. So we could see a very quick start from the Goblins player here. Keeping a 7 versus a 4 mana. Or not even a 4 mana, but a 4 card opener. He is on the draw, and we have seen Rob time and time again be able to get out these sneak attacks off of show and tells and activate. That's not really going to probably be the case here this time. Corey's taking a peek at which stickers he has, and we'll bring those back up onto the board. That way we can see what he's looking at as well. And he's going to select from there. Looks like he's made his decision, and he knows how much mana he's going to play. And we've got a Goblin Bombardier coming into play. It's a new card out of Ixalan that is just making waves in Legacy, and we'll probably see it soon making waves in Vintage as well, I would think. But we're under a little bit of pressure here from the Goblins player. We got a Brainstorm with no true... All right, found the sneak attack, found another land, found a Force of Will. A little late for that Force of Will. The Bombardier is already on the battlefield. So I think we're going to have to put that back and find a fetch and potentially dig deeper with that ponder we have next turn. But we are very limited in what we can do. So it's going to be a tough game for Rob here, especially keeping a mulligan to 4. And I'd be interested to see what he puts back. He's going to put the ponder and the land. Okay. He values the land more than the ponder. What else is in his hand? Can't see that last card on the left. Looks like it's an Atraxa, so he has a plan here. All right, we got 3 more mana, and we find a Matron. This Matron can go get anything, but a Battlecry Goblin seems pretty good here. Being able to Battlecry next turn will be pretty powerful. So Corey attacks for 4 here. Chooses not to throw anything at the moment. Maybe he does actually, because the Matron will do, I think, an additional 5 damage. So yeah, all right, we are on the clock here. So next turn he can play the Battlecry Goblin and then pump the Battlecry Goblin. That is 9 damage on its own, and he doesn't even need to throw anything. But he can throw that Chrome Mox. And he also has a Muxus in his hand. So not enough mana to get the Muxus. But the Battlecry Goblin can definitely come out. We did not keep the Force of Will, I don't believe. So that's not going to be a problem. So Battlecry Goblin into play. And 1 mana floating. If Rob kept the Force of Will, then he can force the Battlecry Goblin and he gets 1 more turn to try and work through this. But I don't know, that's 4 damage without it, plus the Sticker Goblin's 3 plus 2, that's 5. So I think this is wrapped up either way. So yeah, he did keep the Force. Now he loses his enabler off of the sneak attack that he has in his hand that he could play next turn. But we'll see an attack here for 4, and then he'll just sacrifice that and put him to -1. So that's an additional 5 damage. Welcome to game number 5 of this best of 5 series. Both players have kept 7. Rob is on the play. We know that Sneak It Show is really good when it's on the play. Let's see if he's able to outrun this Goblins deck. A little slow start from Rob on this. He does have the sneak attack. Looks like he has a ponder in hand as well and double Lotus Petals. So we got a Chrome Mox coming out, and see what we're going to print. Looks like it's going to be a ringleader. Do we have a ancient soul land? Yes, we do. And we have a sticker goblin. Sticker goblin has arrived, and we'll put those stickers back up so you can see what he has available to him. Looks like he has 5 mana available to him, so we'll see the double overmaster thingies. I think those are goblin overmasters, which give all other goblins +1/+1 and haste. So that's essentially 4, 7, 10 damage. So Rob has 1 turn to figure this out. And there's a show and tell, but no payoff. He can ponder here and try and find an Atraxa. A show and tell. Alright, so we have the show and tell. We have the sneak attack. And a Lotus Petal into an Atraxa. So he can gain 7 life here. There's the Emrakul. Oh, I don't. Oh no. He needed a Lotus Petal. Oh, I wonder if he would have waited until end step. Until Corey's turn, combat turn, to block with the Atraxa. He could have gained the 7 life and prevented damage as well. Especially that Bombardier out. I have no idea how that fucking thing even got out there. Off the show and tell. So that's, yeah. Unfortunately, well, he could. All right, the Atraxa wouldn't have mattered because he could have sacrificed whatever Rob chose to block instead. It still would have prevented some damage, but it still would have caused a lot of damage as well. Rabblemaster for, well, okay, we got the Force of Will, slowing that down, but we have, unfortunately, lethal on board after the attack because the boast can be done after damage is done. And Corey's adding up. Rob's already extended the handshake out, but Corey just wants to make sure he knows how badly he killed him. And like a good sport, Rob still wants to shake his hand, and Corey is... Alright, there it is. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next round.
If you've been enjoying our content, please be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.